Welcome to the HIV/AIDS Studies Module 3. The code for this module is HS30D3. My name is S. Dube and I'm going to be your tutor for this module. Let's start off by looking at the course content for this module. This module looks at the current global status and trends of HIV and AIDS, Vision 2030, which is a very important referral document, and I'll encourage you to really read that document. It's a national document, very well detailed. The national response to HIV/AIDS in Namibia, that is MTP3, often viewed as a game changer in terms of the fight against HIV. The national guidelines for the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, HIV/AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa and its impact on the education and agricultural sector, policy formulation and international policy on HIV and AIDS, HIV/AIDS in the place of work. There's an introductory part. You'll do a lot more in your final year, in your fourth and final year. HIV and AIDS and mainstreaming, monitoring and evaluation techniques, and finally project management in HIV. The learning outcomes. Knowledge on the current global status and trends of HIV and AIDS and its impact on sub-Saharan Africa, specifically in the education and agriculture sector, is something that we want you to be able to start to appreciate. Students also should be able to have knowledge on the national response to HIV in Namibia through the review of Vision 2030. Also, students should be able to look at the national response to HIV and AIDS in Namibia, MTP3, and the national guidelines for the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, that's PMTCT, and you can actually look at the latest document. Students should also develop skills to review and analyze policy documents to develop a better understanding of the varied aspects related to HIV and thus varied approaches required in addressing these aspects. And also, students should have knowledge on policy formulation, including HIV, international policies, policy-led workplace, and how to mainstream HIV and AIDS into the organizations. A revision on monitoring and evaluation techniques in the context of HIV, and knowledge, skills, and understanding of project management in HIV. You did something on project management already in your second year, and this aspect of project management actually builds on that element so much so that when you become a coordinator or a wellness coordinator, you basically have got the skills and knowledge about how to go about implementing or running HIV-specific programs in your workplace. Introductory review. This manual provides students with knowledge on the impact of HIV on sub-Saharan Africa, in particular the education and agricultural sector, through the analysis of current information. So there's a lot of information that is coming out from UNAIDS, national studies such as the Sentinel survey that Namibia is doing, and also what the private sector is doing in respective to the partnership it has with government in mitigating or fighting the impact of HIV. Students are exposed to the review and analysis of national policies of Namibia, such as Vision 2030, the National Strategic Plan on HIV and AIDS, the National PMTCD guidelines, the mainstreaming of HIV in the workplace, and many other important documents. The aspects of policy formulation are discussed, including HIV policies and the HIV workplace policies. Monitoring and evaluation techniques are reviewed with specific reference to HIV. Having worked through these aspects, the final unit creates the opportunity for students to address the issues of project management for HIV. I will not perhaps go much into that element. I will go straight into the assignments. So the first assignment says, discuss the impact of HIV and AIDS on the socio-economic fabric of Namibia. Your discussion should include arguments on how it impacts the economic growth and how it influences the sectors of education, agriculture, and the health sector in particular. So what changes has HIV brought in the education sector, in the agricultural sector, and also in the health sector in particular? And it's very important for you to conduct your literature review. Now we can use the language of research by looking at specific documents that relate to education sector, to the Ministry of Health, and the agricultural sector as well. Assignment 2, policy development forms an integral part in the business of government. Define what a policy is and describe the process of policy formulation. Elaborate on the challenges faced in making policies work. It's very interesting. You realize that as managers or HIV managers, our role basically is to drive policy. We drive policy in order to effect change. So this assignment is about looking at all those elements, what is involved in policy formulation and some of the challenges we are facing when it comes to implementation of policies. Assignment 3, the National Strategic Plan, MTP3, guides government in the fight against HIV. Discuss the strategies under the component enabling environment and prevention. Okay, so strategic plans are very fundamental, they are very valid, and you realize it's very important to have strategic plan in place. So how is government going about this in the fight against HIV? Assignment 4, you are a project manager for HIV counseling and testing, which is HCT services in Karas region with three districts. 1, set specific performance indicators for staff training, counseling, rapid testing, quality assurance. That's 2 indicators for each. And 2, discuss how you would monitor and evaluate 3 indicators over a period of 1 year. It's a very practical assignment which you need to do as part of your field work. Assignment 5, conduct a study of Vision 2030 and its long-term agenda in relationship to HIV and AIDS. Discuss your findings and how this will impact on the future of Namibia. Like I said before, Vision 2030 document is a very, very exciting document, and it's very important that you engage with this very important document in order for you to respond to this question. Question 6, discuss in detail the role of HIV and AIDS in the workplace program and explain some of the key elements which makes up a successful workplace program. Okay. And question 7, Vision 2020 is an ambitious strategy to end HIV epidemic. Discuss this strategy in detail using relevant examples. So here in Vision 2030, basically I talk about the 90-90-90. So you need to acquaint yourself with the 90-90-90 concept and how this strategy is going to help fight HIV and AIDS. And assignment 8, project management is not conventional management. Discuss your understanding by providing examples. Okay. So, in conclusion, students are strongly encouraged to read widely before attempting the assignments. My contact details are available in your tutorials. Feel free to contact me, and happy studies ahead, and all the best in your academic endeavors. I thank you.